My M38 Wife F38 wants my kids to go to their mother's house anytime she is home and I am not. Wife wants my kids out of the home when she is home. A ton to unpack here, so I will try to keep it concise. My M38 Wife F38 and I have been together for 10 years, living together for 9. We have 1 child, 5, together, and I have 2 more, 11 and 13. From my first marriage, I have primary custody of both. Every other weekend situation. First wife had a rough patch after the divorce with alcohol and was not involved in their lives. There were times that we would have the kids for months without her seeing them. My current wife, we will call her S, has been very involved in their lives. They adore her. We both work full-time with great jobs. When the kids are sick or someone needs to handle logistics, S and I decide based on current needs at our respective workplaces. She has made comments over the years about asking their bio mom to help as we are losing income, and she doesn't help at all. Anytime I call and ask if bio can help, it becomes an ordeal. I generally have to take them on her weekend if she takes them today. I also prefer the kids stay with us as we have worked very hard to provide a healthy, structured and safe home environment. Bio mom has had different men on and off and never helps with schoolwork. Dinner with her is typically microwaved. S feels that she has made enough sacrifices while bio gets to live as if she is child-free. This brings us to this evening. S is not feeling well and plans on staying home tomorrow. She wants the 2 kids to go to the bio house. I am sick about this. I do not want them to be shut out of their home. I should clarify, there are no behavioral reasons. She just resents them. Has anyone else been through this? Advice? Edit. S plans to keep 5 yo home. This is not an isolated incident. Anytime she works from home or I have to work a weekend while she is home, she wants to keep the little and bigs go with bio. Edit 2. I love you Reddit. More info. Typically on a no-school Friday or a half-day, big kids come to our home and hang out chores until we get home. She takes the 5 yo to daycare as I work early and I pick him up as I get off first. I love this woman. Communication is 10 out of 10. Sex is 10 out of 10. We have fun as a family. Life is truly the best it could be. But this is driving a wedge. The resentment that is. I am sympathetic but not willing to sacrifice even a minute of their childhood to a substandard living situation. Edit 3. To answer some questions. We share banking and both make about 100,000 United States dollars. Everything is shared financially. Weekdays the big kids wake themselves and head a few blocks down to grandma's house for breakfast and to wait for the bus. I handle groceries, lunches and dinners. Bigs do dishes, dog chores, etc. They are very self-sufficient. I handle all sports logistics. She handles laundry. Bio mom has a fresh DUI. It's not that she's dating that bothers me. It is the unstable environment and quality of people she hangs around. I do get to judge this as I have sole custody and refuse to allow my kids to ride around with drunks. To clear the air. You guys hit the nail on the head. I am not perfect. I have high expectations and that can definitely cause issues. I believe in home-cooked nourishing food. Homework completed upon arriving home. Extremely limited screen time. I have leaned on my partner hard over the years. I hope it is clear that we try hard to navigate life as true partners. We share all of the responsibilities. My goal was not to get affirmation, and I truly appreciate the responses calling me out for my shortcomings. I put all 3 of them to bed last night and told her that the bigs would care for the little while she rested and that they could watch movies in an attempt to keep them entertained so that she didn't feel obligated to entertain them. She said she would rather go to work than deal with needy kids all day. She is just waking up now. and we will see what she decides. I'm standing firm. If she needs a break, she can take one and often does. They will not be removed from their home for this. I'm going to sign myself up for some counseling to navigate this. We will see if she wants to join. I will keep you posted. It feels like something is missing in this story. Your wife has been very involved in the kids' lives and they adore her. It sounds like she has cared for them many times in your absence. What has changed all of a sudden that has her resenting them and wanting to kick them out? Is this an isolated incident of her wanting them to go with bio mom? Your title makes it sound like any time S is home and you are not, she wants the kids to go to bio mom. The post reads that she is just asking for them to go tomorrow because she isn't feeling well. I imagine because taking care of one child while you're sick is easier to manage than 3 kids. This sounds like she is just asking for a break tomorrow to rest and recover. My house is a blended family. I have a child with my ex, 12, and my husband and I have a 4 and 2-year-old together. My child's bio dad never helps with sick days and kind of just comes and goes as he wants. Annoying. Alas, I guess it works. I've been with my husband since my daughter was 2, so she doesn't know anything different than seeing him as a father figure. We handle all kids' sick days within our home in a similar way you and S do. Whoever has less work, an easier day ahead stays home with the kids. I don't think it's absurd to want the bio parent to help out. It is so frustrating to see a parent get to live a child-free life and do whatever they please, with zero regard for their child because they know that no matter what the other parent is going to be available. Try and take comfort in that. You have created the safe space within your house to be a solid, responsible adult for your children. Since you mentioned you both have great jobs, it may be worthwhile to look into getting a part-time nanny or au pair. It's possible your wife is just burnt out. Having an extra set of hands to help with all the kids could free her up to enjoy parenting more and find some time for herself. ETA. You could even take this one step further and seek child support from your ex to offset the cost of childcare. I am sure just the attempt would go a long way in assuring to your wife that you are also committed to making the children's birth mom accountable. A generous reading of this is that she really needs some child-free time and she is burnt out. The closest she can get is having 2 of the lids go to their bio moms. Is there any other way to get child-free time? Could the kids spend a couple of weeks with grandparents? Maybe at least that could ease some resentment. She sounds tired, TBH. How much do you actually help out with the kids and housework? How are bills and such broken up? Because what I am hearing is that she is burned out, she needs a break and maybe a bit of peace and quiet. You say she travels with her friends 3 times a year. That's it? How often do you have you time versus what she has? If you pay bills 50-50 and if she stays home to watch your children when they are sick, does she still have to pay half the bills, or do you cover the portion for those days for her staying home? Do you still take the time to appreciate, thank her and take her on the occasional date as a way to thank her for everything she does for you and your kids? Or do you take it more for granted and just expect it from her? It sounds like she is tired, frustrated, and not feeling appreciated. Have you talked to her about how you can help make things better? Seems like she helps you and your children and has been helping you raise them. But what is she getting out of this marriage? Seems like you get all the benefits and she is getting resentful about it. So how can you help fix it? And yes, I get she knew you had kids when you married you, but it does sound like this has made her burn out. Maybe you have been relying on, expecting her to do too much? She does not resent them. She resents their bio mother and you. You making excuses for this deadbeat ex of yours. Is bio mom paying child support? If not, you are doing your entire family a disservice. Especially the kids. That money could go towards extras for the kids and a college fund. She has a legal obligation to finance your shared kids. It's not optional. Stop pretending that it is and making your wife foot the bill. Your headline is misleading. Your wife doesn't want her stepkids out anytime she is home. This makes me think you are not really hearing your wife. You claim communication is 10 out of 10, but here you are misrepresenting her on Reddit. Are you sure you're hearing her? She wants peace and quiet on a day that she's sick. She wants to be able to focus when she's working. These are reasonable requests. I'm sure she sees their mom as a reasonable childcare option. You tell us that mom is not a reasonable option. Okay, work together with your wife to explore other options. Dude, she doesn't resent the kids, she resents you. I am my wife's second husband. Nothing makes me more insecure and irritated than when she refers to me as her current husband, as. You refer to your wife at the end of the first paragraph. Current wife implies that this is also a temporary relationship. S is not feeling well and plans on staying home tomorrow. She wants the 2 kids to go to the bio house. I am sick about this. Your wife is not feeling well and want to take a sick day from work. She wants to rest, meaning she cannot take care of 3 kids. Sorry. You are upset your wife cannot take care of 3 kids because she wants a sick day? If you don't want them going to their bio mom's house, then find another relative or a friend they can stay over. Like a play date. Or stay home yourself to take care of everyone while she rests. Anytime she works from home or I have to work a weekend while she is home. Is she at home alone a lot? Because she is also working full-time and you should be sharing the load with her in terms of house chores and parenting. Being one parent with 3 kids is a lot and it's not clear if they are very needy. She has to do a lot of food, helping with homework, etc., and never has time alone or with the 5-year-old. When the kids are sick or someone needs to handle logistics and I decide based on current needs at our respective workplaces. Is she the one who ends up taking the day off to handle the kids? Because you come across as the one who is more busy with work and could come up with excuses for it. I think this has to be a fair share or you get a nanny. I hope she is not the one taking time off the most. If you love her, then don't say you are sick of her wanting alone time. She said she felt unwell FFS. If she's too sick to work, then she's too sick to take care of 3 kids by herself. She's keeping the little one home because she's too sick to handle drop-off since you say you can't do it. If the older kids always have Fridays off school, then you should already have arrangements for them. If you don't, then guess what, you're taking the day off. You need to have childcare during working hours. Just because she WFH doesn't mean she can also take care of 3 kids and work at the same time. That's a good way to lose that great job she has. You're both making your kids a target of resentment, but really it's you she should be resenting. Because you're not arranging appropriate childcare for your kids. You mentioned money briefly. Does your ex pay child support? If not, I could see the resentment in that it's literally taking money away from her own child. If this is the case, it will only get worse. Teens require a lot more to feed and care for than young children. You also have saving for college to consider soon. There might be another solution besides asking for child support or more time from bio mom. Have you ever talked about her adopting your kids? Doesn't sound like bio mom would fight it, especially if she's staring down the abyss of child support. Also, you need to look at how much your 2 do around the house. It's pretty telling that when she's sick she only wants to deal with 1 child. Maybe it takes a lot more effort to take care of them than she can handle. If they're not making her life easier, They're making it harder. There is a comment about the bio mother having men over, not cooking meals, etc., and your wife complaining about the financial issues in your home. Does the bio mother pay any child support at all? Is there even a custody order? Does bio mother go to school meetings? Pick up her kids from sickbay? Or is it all left for your wife to do? It sounds very haphazard, which is probably contributing to the frustration your wife is feeling. Communication 10 out of 10. Sex 10 out of 10. Kids 0 tenths. You're a real winner. And get their mother on child support. It's annoying for you to deal with bio mom, so she does get to live a child-free life. At the minimum, you should get child support from her that can be used for more activities for them. Your wife is doing a lot for your children. Time for their bio mom to share the load. If your wife were not staying home sick tomorrow, where would the kids be? Does your wife do more of the childcare than you do? She may need more support from you, or your family may need more help with childcare. But under no circumstances can the children be sent to their bio mom's unsafe home. Your wife may need help, but she does not get to take out her problems on the children. The resentment isn't as much towards the kids, it's toward her husband's ex and kinda towards her husband too. If the wife is sick, husband needs to take all of the kids for the day and take them for a day out or something.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Ericast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.